Welcome to my science virtual class. Here is the MELC-based objective of our lesson. Now we know our objective, let's start! Today, we'll be learning about changes in the state of matter. From our past lesson, you know that matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. In short, matter is all around us. And there are three states of matter, namely solid, liquid, and gas. Today, we are going to talk about the phases of matter. Did you know that matters around us change every day? But the question is, how is that possible?
Now, let's try this. What happens when ice melts, freezes, sublimes? I'll give you 3 seconds. You got it right. It melts. How about this? What happens to water during boiling? Melts, freezes, evaporates. Good job! The correct answer is evaporates. How about this? What happens to clouds before rainfall? Condense, sublime, vaporize. Great! Condense. What happens to dry ice after being exposed to air? Sublime, vaporize, condense. Correct! Sublime. For last one, what happens to perfume after being sprayed? Sublime, vaporize, or condense? 2, 1, 0. It vaporizes.
Good job! But I know you're a bit confused. So, let me help you. Some changes make it look different, and other changes make one kind of matter becomes another kind of matter. This is because of what we call physical change. These are the changes in the way matter looks, in the size, shape, state, or appearance of matter. Physical changes can make phase change in matter. Phase change is defined as a change from one state, could be solid, or liquid, or gas, to another without a change in chemical composition. This change occurs when sufficient energy is supplied to the system or a sufficient amount is lost. For example, solid like ice is required a form of energy, which is heat, to turn it into water. That is what we call melting. What happens to the particle of water during the melting phase? Do you know?
For example, if a black ice is heated, the space between its molecules increases, thereby causing it to change into water. This is what we call melting. And when it loses kinetic energy or heat, water will turn back into ice again, or what we can call freezing. If a liquid turns into a gas, like when you boil a pot of water, we say that the liquid is evaporating. This is an example of evaporation. When water is heated, the space between the water molecules increases, and water changes from its liquid state to its gaseous state. There are also times when gas will turn back into a liquid. For example, you had a bottle of cold water. You see there are little droplets of water from outside. This is happening because water vapor or gas in the air is turning back into a liquid because of the cold water inside of the bottle. We call this process when a gas turns back into liquid is condensation. What about a solid that becomes a gas? Is that possible? Yes, solid can turn directly into gas without ever being a liquid. This happens with dry ice, which is technically solid carbon dioxide. With the explosion in air, you can see that the carbon dioxide ice is turning directly into a gas. Now, this process when a solid goes straight turns into a gas is called sublimation. Lastly, you can see a frost, which is solid. It is formed when a surface is at a temperature lower than the freezing point of water. Frost is the deposition of water vapor from humid air. The phase transition in which gas transforms into solid without passing through liquid phase is called deposition. Now, it's time for you to practice on your own. You are going to identify what kind of phases of matter it is. I will give you 5 seconds. Evaporation. Very good. If you ever wake up on a cold morning, you sometimes see that there is liquid water in the grass. This water from water vapor in the air that's turning back into liquid water is what we call condensation. Very good.
Remember, evaporation is when liquids turn into gases. And condensation is when gases turns back into liquid.
How about this? If you let the can of paint open, the paint becomes solid. So what kind of phase is this? This phase is what we call solidification, or also known as freezing. What is this? Yes, ice cream. This phase is what we call melting. Very nice. Don't forget, melting is solid to liquid. Freezing or solidification is liquid to solid. What is this? Great! It is snow. Instead of water from the clouds, snow falls. The water vapor in the clouds changes directly to ice and skips the liquid phase entirely. What kind of phase is this? You are right! This is what we call deposition. Lastly, what happens if you put an albatross bathroom deodorizer in the comfort room after a month? Yes, it becomes smaller and smaller
even without melting. So this phase is what we called yes! Sublimation! You got it right! When a solid albatross directly sublimed turns into a gas that we can smell, it is called sublimation.
Good job! You are now ready.
But remember, deposition, gas transforms into solid without passing through the liquid phase. Sublimation is when solid directly turns into gas.
You are going to identify the different phases of matter represented by each arrow. For each number, I will give you 3 seconds. Let's start. For number 1, gas to solid. Correct. The answer is deposition. How about for number 2? You got it right. Sublimation. How about number 3? Wow! You got it. It's evaporation. And number 4? Condensation. Number 5. Melting. Good job. And for the last number, great! Now you understand that matter is all around us, and how the particles of matter move that causes the changes of one phase to another. Now you never wonder, because knowledge is power. See you next time!